We are live, man.
Yeah,
DJ
come
puts it
on.
live with Tony C. Say TC,
Yes.
Repton
Hey,
Scholar,
how you been,
Captain.
my man?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right, Tony. How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good, you know. I'm
All right, all right.
excited. I'm excited about this Bentley
Yeah.
fight. You know,
Listen. Over the past year, he's quietly done some stuff. I mean, I see him lose to. He had. Let me go to his roster, right? Because he had a rematch with the kid, one kid, and he went back in and he beat him. And then the Felix Cash loss. I thought, after that Felix Cash loss, I thought he was done. Mark Hefton, yeah. He got a draw and then he went back in there and won that fight, won the British belt, and then he lost to Felix Cash, the British Commonwealth. Then he slowly built himself back up again. Sam Evans and the Lionel Adofi fight was amazing.
Elias, yeah, it was a
That
good
was
fight. It
oh,
was a good fight, you
good
know,
fight.
and
Oh,
he done well at that fight. It was
yeah.
unbelievable. See, so
Lionel was coming in at the time. He was undefeated at the time. It's 17-0, and it was a good fight. But he's done the right way, and he surprised. I think Lionel was surprised the toughness of
of it. Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Bentley. It was tough. I mean, you was there on that one, innit? Was you there
I
for that
was
one?
there. I was there. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
I should have
yeah.
sent you some of the pictures so you could put them out. You know. I
No,
should,
I saw your Instagram though. I remember seeing your
yeah,
Instagram. Yeah, you took the picture with the belt and that and everything in the crowd and
yeah,
that. Yeah,
that's right.
and he
It's a
started
good
building
fight.
up. Yeah, he started building up a solid support. He won that. He won that by split
Ah,
decision.
he's the fan base he's got now
Yeah.
in South London, where
Hmm.
he's from. You know, they've all got tracksuits. They all wear
Yeah.
the tracksuits, the
Yeah.
two sharp tracksuits. I'm telling
Oh.
you, when they
Mm.
came to York Hall, I couldn't believe it. I was trying to get one myself. I was trying to see if they would leave it, and I can quickly, fiddlers on the roof. You know.
Yeah. But he's crossing over all channels because that was on Channel 5, and then obviously on BT Sports with Marcus Morris, coached by what's his name again? The guy from Liverpool. What's his name again? There. What's the trainer again? The trainer up there from up north. I can't remember. Oh, Gallagher, in it. Thingy Gallagher,
Oh
right?
yes, Gallagher.
Yeah.
Good
He
mate of
coming,
mine.
Marcus.
Good
Yeah,
mate of
yeah,
mine. Gallagher.
yeah,
He's a good
yeah, yeah.
man.
Marcus Morris coming. He's quite a dynamic puncher, and
Wow. When
but you see the thing, that Bentley done so well, yeah, to deal with the punching power and come back. And it seemed like he's fit, and he's got a bit of a dig himself. Is Bentley, innit? It's got a bit of a dig himself.
he's
So
got he's
go
got
on.
better. Listen, I did never expect a kid who boxing for Fisher, and when he boxed as an amateur, you would never think he would be coming into this reign of life of greatness. When
Mm,
you think of him, when I used to go and watch him fight, there was nothing there. He'd always lose. It wasn't. I didn't think this kid was gonna ever do well in boxing. I just thought, yeah, what, another one of these. And then I heard he turned pro. I said, what's he turning pro for? I couldn't believe it. You
mm,
know, I didn't think he had no chance because this kid, you know, he just didn't develop as an amateur. Everything went the wrong way for him because he was like a pro as an
mm,
amateur. He'd have fought like instead of fighting like an amateur, quick hand, speed, blah blah blah, blah points. He was like a pro. He looked and everything that he did was like he was a professional. Wow.
mm,
So this is what I said. I said he probably might suit the pros in that way if he did. And when I heard he was turning pro, I thought, wow, that's a tough one to call. And it was all about the hard work, and he put in the work. I'm telling you, the kid came in there and did his work, and since the time he turned pro, Ray who helped him along because he used to uh, uh, um, coach him at Fisher, and he looked after him, and now he's with the Peacock Gym, and they found his ways, being with Martin and the brothers Tony and Martin. It's unbelievable. They've looked after him really
mm,
well and developed him and got him the right fights. I mean, some fights. are not the right fights, are they? He's just where he has to learn the game now. You know,
Yeah.
he's come in his way. He's come to within his way to know that he's going to be facing everyone and anyone. And now he's got this opportunity. You know, a fella that I thought, wow, I didn't see it. I couldn't see it for him. And now look, and that's what hard work does. That's what it pays off when you just live in the gym. And that's all he did. Him and his mates used to come all the way every day. They would
Mm,
come to that gym, you know, and uh, 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 um, you know, and practice what they preached. You know, this is what he wanted. He wanted it, and he can say he wanted it more, and he can tell that he was going to do well in the
mm,
game because
mm,
he put it on the coach. You
mm,
know, he's listen. I'm turning pro. If I want to go with you, but if you don't want to take me, I'll go somewhere else. And that's what happened. So they had to take him on. You know,
mm,
it was fantastic, beautiful attitude, and he's always stuck with that same attitude. And he's developed it. Desire and willpower. You've got to have that in this pro game because the pro game is such different. It's a business, and once you've got all the assets with that, you'll do well. Now you know it's all about the followers you have, and that brings you more money. And you know, I never had that in my days, but geez, they've got it. These young people have got it now, and you know the numbers he's got now, watching him and supporting him, is fantastic. You know, it's brilliant. So he's there. He's on his way.
mm. Yeah, 100%. I mean, listen, the performances speak for themselves. Big up, shout out to my man, Silverstrom, Shalom. Shout out to you, 2011. Yeah, shout out to you as well. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's done and he's doing it on Channel 5, 12 round Lionel Sadosi. Marcus Morris stops him. You know what I mean? Joe Gallagher beat Joe Gallagher's boy in spectacular fashion, stops him, and now he's got a world title fight, and he's fighting in Vegas, mate. They've rolled the dice. They're giving them world title shot because Triple G's vacated the WBO belt. Is it Triple G or what? Someone of them vacated the WBO belt. Let me find out who vacated the belt. By the way,
Yeah, find
right,
out.
the middleweight belt. But there's so much. But this is the opportunity you want, in it. Demetrius Andrade, he vacated it. The last fight he had was Jason Quidley. That was in 2000 and 2001. So the vacated belt by Demetrius Andrade, and now he's put himself in position against Zhanibek. All right, his last name.
Yeah, Zambek.
He,
Oh,
yeah, it's a good fight from Kazakhstan, and he's had a couple of good fights. Hassan and he not stopped in 8 rounds. That's a good fight, and he's beat Danny Dignam now. Danny Dignam did him in 2 rounds, and I don't do too much about Danny Dignam, all right, but he was a tough guy. Danny Dignam coming into the fight, well, he had a decent record. He ain't got no big names in his row, so he was a solid guy. Come in, he stopped Danny Dignam. He stopped Danny Dignam in 2 rounds and stuff like that. He was fair, so he had a shot at it.
yeah,
Now,
Danny Diggum was a
yeah.
decent fighter. You know,
What do you know about? Go on.
he said, you know, I see him. He used to work hard. He used to come
Yeah,
to the Peacock and spar now and again.
yeah,
He's a decent fighter. So you know, he tried to find his way, and then the better fighters came in, and you know,
yeah,
he wasn't victorious as how he wanted to be. But I
yeah,
think you know these kind of fighters that come in now are world class now. See, you're
mm,
starting to fight a different kind of fighters. You can't fight the two bob, you know, fellas anymore. You have to pick the cream of the crop now. Is to come out when you start fighting world class opponents. They've come in from every country now. You know, you got world class from everywhere. So you know, but yeah, Danny was a good strong kid.
mm. 100%, man. So Danny Dignam, he beat him. Surprised Bentley got the shot so soon. But the WBO, Frank Warren's, he's he's been in bed with the WBO belt from the 90s. I think when Nigel Benn
Yeah,
brought it over, and so he's known him from Nassim Hamid. His days of Nassim Hamid and Joe
yeah,
Kawasaki, and he always
def-
gets them a WBO title shot. They
definitely.
work well with him. He get because remember WBO they wasn't really a high
No,
profile.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Frank,
They've built
bro.
that. They've built that up, haven't they, through the
Mm,
years? You know, it was built because somebody rich and his kid never got a chance, so he done his own belt, and
yeah,
that's how it came along. So
yeah. And Frank,
it's
yeah, most
fantastic.
of Frank's champions, like Nassim, like I said, Nassim Hamid, Nigel Benn, Eubank, all them guys, they've all had the WBO belt. So Frank's obviously given him a title shot. He give him a title shot for the WBO belt, and even Joe Joyce is WBO number one contender for that belt as well. So yeah, he makes sure Frank makes sure he's got his boys a shot at the WBO belt. And you know what? I'm gonna give him a shot. I think he's gonna win. You know, I think he's gonna win the belt. The last British guy to win the belt, I believe
It would be
it was Darren.
fantastic. It'd be
Yeah, last
amazing.
yeah, I believe the last British guy to win the belt. I think it was Darren Barker against Daniel Gill. He won the. I think it was the WBA. Was it WBA belt? I think it was WBA
Yeah,
belt. He won. That was the last time a British guy won. And I think before that, I think challenged for the belt. I
yeah,
remember it was Howard Eastman. He challenged for it. He lost.
yeah,
Matthew Macklin challenged for the middleweight belt. He lost as well. There's been a lot of them, right?
yeah,
Martin Murray challenged for
yeah.
a belt, middleweight belt. He lost. So the last time the British guy held the middleweight belt since probably um yeah, Darren Barker. I think he's the last one. I think before him, it was
Yeah.
probably Nigel Ben, and Eubanks and stuff like that. You know, and you have to go back to Alan Minter, but Eubanks and that middleweight, the middleweight belt, Britain always challenged for this belt, and he might pull it off. I can see him. I wish him all the best. I think he can pull it off. You know, he's got enough grit and he hits hard. The only thing you worry about is his chin, though, isn't it? Getting chin. What do you think?
Well, anyone gets hit with them gloves at this at this stage of their time. You know,
Mm.
they can all hit. They can all hit, and
Mm.
yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be fantastic if he's got the opportunity now. All he has to do is take it. It's there for him. You know, the other, the other gentleman is strong. You
Yeah.
know, and as you say, it took Danny Digman apart into it was 2 rounds, wasn't it? I, s-
Yeah.
I saw that, but yeah, it was. He looked dangerous, you know. So, Bentley's he's got it. He's got it there. He just has to now pull it all together. He's been doing very well, you
Mm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been training well, sparring well. And the opponents that he's had leading up to this, he's dealt with them well. So I can't wait for this fight, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's in Vegas, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah.
I might have to
Top
go
rank.
in there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, obviously you've been at all the fights, the recent fights and stuff like that with the fan base. Make sure they give you a tracksuit. And Tony might be. Listen, I'll be honest with you. Now, I think you know. What I mean, I feel like you followed his journey. You want to go down and support him. I think he can do it though. I think he can do it.
Yes,
I mean,
I,
he's got.
I, I,
Um,
listen. I wouldn't go if I didn't think he had a chance. I'm
mm,
telling you, he's got more than a chance because I think this fight has come around at the right time.
yeah.
And once you're a world champion, no one can take that away from you.
Nah.
Nobody. You know,
Nah.
you're there. You know,
He
you've done it.
yeah. He's on the right as well. The way he's come
So,
through. The way he's come
yes,
through
it's
in
the
hard
hard
fights.
way.
Yeah, he has the
That
old fashioned hard way.
hard
Busy,
way, the
fighting on
rocky
TV
way,
every two. Yeah,
the
every
rocky
other
way.
month.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's
I'm telling you.
fantastic.
Uh-huh.
And then when kids see what he had to do, and and if he writes a book or a film about, I'm telling you, there's got to be something like that about this kid, because no way would you think this kid would, win a British, British. I'm talking about a British now. He's won the British. Now
Mm,
he's got a world title shot. So
yeah,
all the dreams come true to when you work hard. And I think people like Frank and you know the boys from the peak see that how hard he works, and
mm,
hard work pays off, and it's paid off for him because they've seen that he really wants it and he can, and he's a loyal kid and he stayed there,
yeah,
when things were not so good, he stayed there,
uh,
and look, he's done it. So I can't wait to see that belt
yeah, yeah.
around his waist.
I hope he has good preparation coming in because he's younger than him. He's younger than Zhanibek.
Yeah,
He's younger than him, and it all comes down to preparation. He's a top ranked fighter. So he's obviously they probably might want him to win, but he's a gritty, strong, come forward kid, and he's busy. I mean, and he's gonna give you 100%. You know what I mean? And his vulnerabilities in it. I think John was gonna be in the fight for his life. I think he's had it comfortable. Yeah, he ain't gonna have it comfortable with Bentley. Bentley's gonna be able to give him trouble. You know what I mean?
Hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. You know, with Zhanibek, yeah. How do you think Bentley would have to deal with him?
Well,
What do you think?
that's the thing because that's a good point because John's a very good boxer. Um, he's very cautious. He doesn't miss many punches. It's interesting because Bentley takes chances. You know, he takes chances. He leaves himself open a bit. So I think his best bet is to work on work rate. His work rate, draw him into a high pace volume fight. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
did with Marcus Morrison. You know how Marcus was looking to catch him.
Yes, he done well against Mark. He
drew him
rode
up.
the shots and he let Mark throw all the shots and
Yep.
Mark wait, you know, Mark just got, you know, weaker. And then he just stopped him. He took the shots that he had because Marcus had him for I think the second round. You know, he wobbled a little bit. Bentley, I was there, and then next thing, you know, he was on him. You know, he started directing the shots back. You know, Bentley. So it was a good fight, lovely earned fight.
Yeah, fast pace. I think that's it. Fast pace. And I think because that's Bentley's style, if he draws him into a fast-paced fight, I think that's where you can beat him because all these guys they like to have their own comforts, do what they want. They're used to their comfort zone. But I think Bentley starts it fast, good head movement, and draws him out. I think he can stop him because you know what surprised me about Bentley? He's got a dig on him. He's got and his hands fast.
And it's got better. It's got better. The way he hits the body. He's got better, you know. He's mastered it, you know. You know the class and the movement. He's such a good lad. So I can't wait for this fight. And this fight is in when is it? 3 months? Is it 2 months?
November the 22nd.
Yeah,
in Las Vegas. No, sorry, November the 12th. November the 12th. So it's not that far. He's busy, man. Bentley's busy. I mean, he must be bloody over the moon. I mean, I bet he never thought he'd get a middleweight title shot. I remember Frank gave Wayne Alexander a middleweight title shot versus Harry Simon. And
Harry Simon,
he had a British top, but I think it was a short notice thing. It was like a week. But Bentley's gonna have preparation. What was it? What are we a month we're in? We're in October, yeah. We're in October, right? So it's he's got good preparation. 4-week camp, 4-5 week camp. I think he'd be all right. The thing is, at this point, what sparring you're gonna bring in for John back? You know, let me have a look. I need to have a look at him though, because to be fair, the Dagny Dignam fight, I remember it, but I didn't know who Dagny. I remember when he got the title shot. I was like, but I don't even know who Dagny Dignam is. I never knew who he was. So
yeah. You'd have to watch it. You'd have to watch it and see. He stopped him in 2-3 rounds. I remember he was dangerous. He was, you know, the shots that he was throwing, they were that big, powerful shots over the top. Boom.
Yeah,
you know, and the body hits the body well. Yeah, he's a big hitter. So
I got it here.
It'll be a good fight.
Yeah, let me have a look at this. Yeah, because Danny Dignam, yeah, but you see the thing about Bentley, we see him come through. Now, I'm not saying Linus Odofi and Marcus Morrison are well beaters, but it was the way he come back from. Oh yeah, it's on top right. It's the way he come back from the defeat of Felix Cash because he got ruined. Felix Cash actually robbed him. This actually went and steamed them out, man. You know what I mean? All right, I got the fight in front of me.
I think Felix
Cash.
Felix Cash is a good, strong fighter. You know, when you let him, you know, punch his way through into the rounds, you've got to go and you know push on Felix and tire him out. You've got to outwork him because if you outwork you, he will catch you with big shots because he can throw some shots. I'm quite surprised that Felix Cash didn't go for this himself. You know, fighting because they say how dangerous Zhanibek is. You know, not a lot of people really fans,
Mm.
want to take him on. This is why he had the title for so long. 2000 and I think he had it. Who's the other fellow who vacated it?
Yeah, I can't remember. I know what you mean though. The middleweight, yeah. But
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, with Phoenix don't. With them boys up in Matchroom, they don't really want to fight no one. They just want to keep bloody fight once a month and injured or whatever. They won't take gambles because they don't want to lose. Because like Matchroom, that gym has only got a few fighters in there. So if they lose in that, they got no one down there, have they? So they don't want to keep putting them in and have them lose. They want to put them in and win. But Frank, with Bentley, he's just like, nah, mate, wait, I got a shot for you. All right, you'll take it. Yeah, I'm all right. You know what I mean? Frank's kept the kid busy, man. And he's like, I feel like, with Bentley, you've grown with him. You want him to win. Now listen to this. He's got Buddy McGurk in his corner, innit? Oh, bloody Zhanibek, innit?
jam back. Oh,
He's got
see,
Buddy McGurk. I'm
it,
looking, got Buddy
Buddy
McGurk in his
McGurk,
corner.
he's got some class. He's his class
Mm.
there. He knows how to move feet, and
Yeah.
he knows how to throw the
And
shots.
and
So
he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw as well.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
a southpaw. But
that'll be a
the
good
thing,
fight.
yeah. Look, mate, it's not gonna be easy. I'll tell you that. Not gonna be easy with Buddy McGurk in the corner and jump back. It's not gonna be easy. But as I'm watching it now, he's crafty. He's a good boxer. He's a counter boxer. He let you lead, and he'll just open up on you. Dignam's just completely out of his class, isn't it? It's not gonna be easy, but Bentley's gonna give it. He's gonna give it. He's gonna give it all he can, innit? I'm happy for the kid to get a title shot. I really am. But is he gonna do a good job? I don't know. I want him to, but I tell you what, mate. If he gets past round at least up into round 3, I think he can make a fight of it. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think if he uses that skill that he has, that movement of feet, I think he could go through them rounds, 7, 8 rounds, and then push
Yeah,
him. Do you know what I mean? I mean, 'cause like you said, Zhanibek will start off fast. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And because he can hit where he can hit, and but once he starts off fast, and he knows, and he delivers him with the shots that he takes, and he delivers back with the pace and the fitness that Bentley has, and worked hard for. I think like you say, he could do it. It's all about the belief. He's got the belief now because he's got people around him backing him, and he trains hard. But like you say, now you're jumping into the class now
Mm-hmm.
where big shots are in. The class comes in, and the hard work that you've put in through the years, it all comes off
Mm-hmm.
these big moments. WBO. Wow, it's a beautiful belt to box for, to be a world champion. Many people have boxed for it now, from the heavyweights to all weights. So yeah, it's renowned now, the
Mm-hmm.
WBOC. So it's
Yeah,
a fantastic belt to go and win. And once
yeah.
you got it and you win it, no one can ever take that away from you.
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking at the footage, right? He got Bignum with an uppercut, right? Southpaw left uppercut underneath. I
Yeah,
tell
I
you what. I tell
remember
you what.
watching
Yeah,
it.
he needs some quality Southpaw sparring in for this one, mate. I tell you that for now. Get some quality Southpaw sparring. I think he should be all right. I don't know anyone in Peacock they got quality Southpaws, but he's gonna need that to beat him. I'm telling you, mate, because right now that one there, that is a tasty fight. I like. I tell you, he can pull it. I tell you, he's gonna be epic. I'm telling you, if you can draw him into a fight and make him miss and make him pay, I'm telling you, that guy, he gonna,
Yeah.
he can beat
I,
him.
I wouldn't want Bentley to draw him into a fight straight away. I would want Bentley to box him, and Zhanibek would try to hit him with big shots, you know. But if he could tire him out, 7, 8 round, and then push on him, because Bentley's learned to do. He's learned
You
to
think
do
so?
that now.
You don't think you should jump him, nah? I think you should jump
I
him. He's
I
old.
I, I don't think
'Cause
so. I don't
I think the
I
old
think
guy. I think he wants it slow paced. That's what he did to Dignam.
no. I think he's still lively.
Nah,
You know,
he's old.
Zhanibek.
He's old. He's old. You see, he's old like an old car. See, if you let him do a slow, remember, I think he's younger, right? and you got to work to Bentley. If you look at the
But this
fights he has,
Zhanibek, he
he
can
started
whack.
fights.
Zhanibek
Yeah,
can
but
whack
that's what
though.
I'm saying. Yeah, that's it. If he's exactly so, if you push him into a fast pace, he's gonna start breaking down in it. But see, Bentley's if he starts slow, it goes into that's jump back. That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to slow pace and break you down in it. But if you come out fast and force him into a fast paced fight from the start, I mean, even when you look at it, it's not gonna be easy. I'll tell you, Tony. I mean,
No, it's not going to be easy. But I
yeah,
would prefer him to do what he's good at, and I think that's to go out there and and, and box him. I think he will break him down. He can hit hard. He can. I'm talking about jab, straight shots. He's learned how to do that and hit to the body well.
yeah. All right.
So
Yeah. You're right.
I think if he does that at a pace and keeps it keeps him moving and he keeps the center and keeps forcing that pace, I think that's how I feel that he could do it. I think if he gets into you know a straight war
Yeah.
contest with him, I think Jembe is for me. Looking at the fight with Danny Dignam, he was frightening. He just took him to be. He caught him.
But
You
Dignam didn't
know,
do that. Dignam was trying to do the same thing. He was trying to hang it out, mate. When he really, with you see the thing is with them guy, you can't. Look what
no,
I'm
but
saying.
I think he could see. Because me remembering that fight, I'll see it.
Yeah.
And what I see of it was that Dignam was doing well at the time.
No,
But
mate. No.
what
He got knocked out in the. He got knocked out in the first round. He got sorted out in the first round. He got knocked out in the first round. He started. He came in looking
he's
around.
cooking well. That's what I'm saying. But then this guy just came at him, bam, 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 and then I thought, whoa, dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous, big hitter, and then even with his jab was vindictive. So that's why I'm thinking to myself, wow, don't go to war, but don't play his game. I
Yeah.
think he has to really be timely, use his head, and he's got good feet. He's got good feet, good
Yeah.
movement, and that's what he has to use.
Yeah.
That jab of Bentley's now is very, very powerful now.
Mhm.
So if he keeps him at the end of that and then breaks him down slowly, bit by bit, and
Yeah.
because it's going to be a fast pace, it's not going to
Yeah.
be some sort of slow pace. It's going to be a hard pace because you want to break him down, hitting him, because Jambek he can move himself. You're saying he's old, but
Yeah.
he's
Yes.
only what
30.
he's only 30, yeah. So
Yeah. But
he,
but
he's
you
just
see,
older. He's only a few years older. Bentley's
yeah,
what?
he's got a lot of experience, and I always feel,
Yes.
yeah. But we see with a lot of people got experience, they don't like fast paced, innit? But look, either way you look at it,
No,
yeah,
no, no, not for not if they know they can stop the guy. If they feel and know that they can stop the guy, they will come at you. Do you understand? Because
but I don't, but I think he thinks this is a walk in the park, is what I'm saying, and it's like. I feel like if Bentley goes in there and tries to box him, he's just gonna pick it. I see the Jong picking him apart, completely just dismantling him because Bentley's a good boxer, but this guy's a better boxer than him. So that's what I'm saying. He
yeah,
has to fight him. Like you got to look at who's the better
no,
boxer.
but he could listen. He could this Jambek. He can fight better than he can box.
Oh, we think so.
He can hit. He can hit hard. Isn't
So he's a better fighter than he's a boxer. You're saying that's what you're saying.
Yeah, hey, once he gets on you, he gets on you. He's always close. He's hitting to the body, head, fast. You know what I mean? So
Uh,
and he can box. But when you watch him. And then you get to see him when he knows he can take someone out. He's on him. Boom.
oh, I thought he just looking at him. He just I didn't see that, boy, but I'll take your word for it, man. I thought he looked to me like he wants it all his own way. He wants it, he likes it comfortable, keep you at length, break you down at the end of his jab, and then when you're hurt, he'll step in and finish you off. I think Bentley with Lionel Dofi, all them guys had longer reach in them. It was his work rate, innit? It was his work rate and drawing them into a fight. That's why he beat them all.
Yeah, but boxing him as well. He had to punch when they wanted to fight. He had to fight them, and when they had to box, he boxed them. You know, he kept him at a good range, and then he moved well. You know, he moved well. He was fantastic on the night.
Yeah. Well, you know, listen, we could talk strategy all day. I mean, you're gonna know more than me because you're gonna see him tomorrow in the gym, probably at some point in the Peacock, and they're gonna see the sparring and this. And now we get quality southpaw sparring in, so you're gonna know more than me. But I'm just so happy for Bentley that a guy who's worked hard on that and deserves it has got a title shot. And you know, I wish him all the best, man.
Absolutely.
I was so like inspired. To say, oh, he's got a title shot. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Man, and it'd be so good from the area he comes from.
For his area, everything.
Everything.
His family. It's fantastic. You know, his friends.
It would be. Yeah, everything. So for him to come back,
you know.
Yeah. For him to come back with a world title, he's like, what? Yeah, mate. You know what I mean? I'm sure everyone in England's wishing him all the best. You know, get quality sparring coming in, and
they'll get it through. They'll get it through me. He'll go to Vegas and make sure, you know, he'd have the right life. He'd live the right life. Hopefully, you know, they sort everything out for him, making sure that he doesn't go into the hotel rooms. He goes into he goes into an apartment. Do you know what I mean? Where he can train and everything and deliver. You know. Because out there, you got to remember that they fit the oxygen out there is different. See, when you go to Vegas, they put oxygens where it keeps you up. You know, you won't be able to sleep. You won't be able to rest because they want people spending money all the time. So you're up. So the oxygen that they're putting into that air conditioning is lethal. Do you know what I mean? It's lethal. When you go, everybody's up from night to from morning to night. They're always betting, isn't they? They're always gambling. See, so they've got special ways to do that and keep doing it. So that's why you always have to have a little shadow place. Why do you think Tyson rents out his own? He doesn't go into them hotel rooms. Years ago, we used to see people in them hotel rooms, and it was murder. But then they want more people to, you know, to spend money. So they have to find certain ways how to do it, and that's one of the ways. So people have gotten onto that. So you always have to be smart when you go to places like that.
Yeah. Well, Tyson's got some house down there, and he's got facilities, the top ranked facilities. But that's where he was training. So Tyson was the A side. He was training in the top ranked facilities. So
but he's not allowed to be. He can't go back there, can he?
Yeah. But maybe if he can go there to look after his house, innit? He'll go down there and have a look on it. Have a look-see on his house and see how he's doing. But we for his preparations. So you're thinking of going down there, Tony? It's to go support, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm thinking if he goes and he fights,
November the
12th, going up there.
You know, let me ask you a question. You had your flu jab, or you had your thingy jab yet?
What jab?
You know, the corona jab.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah,
because America they tell
they
you
won't let you in.
Nah, you have to take the jabs. That's what.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going, but I was like, I ain't getting jabbed up by them people, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in getting jabbed up by them.
Yeah, so. I was when you to go to Russia and places like that, you had to be jabbed. See, so
I think they might be taking it off. So
yeah, and some of few places would
I think they
should do that anyway.
Yeah.
I think
Well, all right,
the Americans
Tony,
are on it. They're dead on it.
Yeah.
Say that again.
The Americans on it, yeah. Yeah, go on. The Americans on it, getting the jabs in it.
Yeah, they're on it. They're on it. You know, what? It's caused a lot of problems in America. See, so
Yeah, that's
yeah,
yeah. The food,
certain
yeah, yeah,
people can't go to parties, weddings if you're not jabbed. They won't let you. I'm telling you, they're really on it.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why. But I'm so happy for Bentley and well well look, it's not gonna be that. I mean, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be live on BT Sports. And Frank, I tell you what, Frank's definitely taken over in terms of getting the fights that people want to see. I mean, this fight with for Bentley, I mean, it's like yeah,
Yeah,
mate. Yeah, it's like yeah, and
yeah.
Vegas,
He's done
yeah,
it.
mate.
He's done it. Listen, I feel that you know with these people coming in the zone and and
Yeah,
all these other things which are not doing fantastic, but they're out there. They're making people fight. They're making young people fight quicker, earlier,
mm,
and giving them the chances. And you have to be with them because you have to compete with them. If you
yeah,
don't, you'll be left out in the cold. So getting Bentley out there and other people to represent BT. You have to. You got Ben Shalom, who's getting them people out now. They every time you got to, it's the roller machine. You know what I mean? You've got to keep them coming. It don't matter where they're coming from. There's new kids which are developing. They'll get them out there. If they ain't good enough, it's a
yeah.
chain, it's a chain. They're coming through that chain, and this is why young people are turning pro a lot earlier in the stages of their lives, and they're getting these opportunities a lot quicker because and it's bad in a way because you have to grow into this sport. You know what I mean? In
Mm,
a way, but it's so different now. Where
mhm,
years ago to get a British title, you had 30 odd fights before. You know, you got that. Many years back, but now you can get a British fight, 5 fights, 10 fights.
mhm. Yeah,
So
yeah. Things have
it's
changed. When the
mad.
YouTubers have changed the landscape of boxing, and it's forced boxing to behave itself and put the fights on people want to see.
Yeah,
If they
yeah.
don't, the YouTubers
But
will take over.
yeah, but the YouTubers they're a different panel to what we are. Boxing, we shouldn't even discuss YouTube boxing and pro boxing.
Yeah,
It's like they've got their platform. It's like WWE and
yeah.
WWE. You know what I mean? It's like we don't talk about that, do we? Within boxing, and it's
Nah.
exciting. People love it, but we've got to stop as you know m- y- people who love the sport of boxing. We've got to stop talking about YouTube. But with YouTube is fantastic, and listen. They sell out. The arena I was there for that spectacular
Yeah, KSI fight.
KSI
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
and and it was unbelievable. You had young kids, their parents
yep,
taking their kids, and if they didn't take their kids, I don't think their kids would talk to them for the whole year. So
yeah.
they filled it out. They
Mm.
filled it out. I've never seen it with pro boxing. That's the element that what they've got. Everybody earns from it as well. The
You know why
the
though?
people's the,
They-
they're all together in this. Where the only people who are going to earn from is the the matchmakers. I mean the promoters and
yeah, yep,
the BT or whoever it is or these people the platforms which they're on. These are the ones who are making money. But with the YouTubers, everybody makes it. The people they invite who are YouTubers, they still make it because they're still making friends and making money and getting more followers every time. They get talked to, they're discussing stuff. So everybody still gets paid for that. I couldn't believe it. But it's on its own scale. It's not on the scale of, what we have and I wouldn't like to see people like have it in the same context as pro boxing, which has been around for so long, and YouTube boxing It's only been around a few years.
Hmm. Yeah, but
So,
you know, yeah, but I get the thing is, yeah, but it comes down to boxers not giving the fights that people want to see, and YouTubers. These guys have got platforms and they've been talking amongst each other for a minute, and the people who are subscribed to him and subscribed to that guy, they're getting it on. No beef. Go, all right, what'd you say? All right, mate.
yeah,
It's me out. So
yeah.
what it's showing you is that because of the YouTuber, what they're doing, they're forcing boxing to get the fights on. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because boxing needs to get, if you don't clean its act up, this is what's coming up behind you. You understand?
Yeah,
Remember, UFC was
yeah.
a threat. I don't see UFC as so much as a threat no more, but in terms of the
No, it
homegrown,
was. I
but the
don't think it was never a fact.
you
UFC was
know,
different. It was just a lot of people. You got to remember, a lot of people find it hard to box. Boxing's the hardest sport in the world. Come on, to do all the stuff you have to do now. You've got other influences, which if they rather go and do that, they would go and do it.
but all
It
the
was
younger,
wrestling. It was wrestling before. When
yeah, yeah.
then it was UFC has come. Now you've got YouTube boxing. It's something is not. You got to remember, some of these YouTubers have only got a few YouTubers who dedicate themselves to the sport of training every day, and training with pros, going into training camps with pros. They only get one or two of them who can afford it, who can put it all together. The others are people who are aren't not fit, but go out there because it's their platform. They can earn more money.
Mm,
One or two of them used to be probably boxers and come back and they know they can do it. I tell
mm,
you what, if even at my age, I know I could deal with some of them YouTubers. You know what I mean? And I think to myself, wow, I'm in the wrong sport. You know, but you could not. For me, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Go into that frame of work and say, right, yeah, let me go in and start boxing. That, and, being at my age, I know I could still make some, money in that game of boxing. That game of boxing, I could never do that in the pro game of boxing. Do you know what I
mm,
mean? I could never
mm.
get away with it. See, I mean, that's how different it is. Being that YouTube boxer, so it's fun, and everybody should see that, and it's fantastic, and it's a breath of fresh air when you think about people who can make money now. You know, you can get out, you can get young people who are musicians, who are whoever, get on this game. We can stop a lot of beef in the communities if we get people coming together and say, listen, let's have this YouTube thing with you instead of killing each other. Let's go and meet in this contest with all these YouTubers, and let's have the supporters from your community come, because when they get there, everybody's together. You don't see no fighting, you don't see no slur racial crap. I'm telling you, it was beautiful to be in there with them YouTube lot. And then not only that, you've got young people who have come with their parents. You don't want to cause any problems there.
Mm.
You've got young kids seeing what this is all about. It's a loved sport, and it will get better and better. But I would not want to put it to any circumference of our sport, which is a sport which has been around for a good, you know how would you say, nearly
300 years,
150. Yeah,
300 years.
yeah,
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 yeah.
proper. See, so
Yeah.
I'm just
They
hoping
get
that
what the thing. What the thing is, the thing is, them lot, yeah, them lot are getting better and better. Eventually, they're trying to cross over into the waters and have a pro fight. So, but what I'm saying is that you're right. Boxing's been killing itself internally. You got a new
yes,
group of young guys. They're putting more money and they're forcing boxing to get
to
fights, and
do
that's
better and get fights
yeah,
out. Yes,
yeah. That's
and
and that's
which is
yeah, that's
brilliant.
it. Yeah, and that in alone, because look, these people in control, they doing things just for money. They don't care about the fans. And Eddie Hearn is, as much as he's done good things, he clearly doesn't care about the fans. But Ben Shalom, he's coming quickly and Frank, they've got the
Yeah,
right idea. Frank's always been
yes,
giving the fans what they want to see, and he give these guys opportunity, and that's why we're happy for Bentley. Me and you happy for Bentley to get an opportunity. We realize it's going to be hard, but that's what you want. You
But you
don't want
want
to go.
that. You want to see them fight because then the next ones will come along. There'll be
Yeah,
someone else to come along and do
yeah,
that. And this is what we've got to celebrate. This is what
mm,
we've got to jump on. It's just the same way, like you just said,
mm,
the YouTubers are getting these fights on every couple of months. They've got one in Newcastle soon. What I mean? Then they've got another one somewhere else. Then they've got one in Dubai. Then they've
yeah,
got they've got it sussed out. And the people which are running the YouTube thing are people which are in the scene of the boxing, the pro boxing. So it's a beautiful thing that everybody sees everybody again, but they help. But it's just like the pro side. You've got to be drug tested. You've got to have you wash your hands, get wrapped. You've got to have all the rules. Oh, it's done in the right way. It has to be, because if it's not done in the right way, that's where accidents can happen. And they, they, they've got things which you can fight two people in one night.
oh,
You know what I
that's
mean? I
what
mean,
he did, isn't it? Yeah,
where's that
yeah,
heard of? I've never. It's brilliant, isn't it? You can beat
yeah,
someone up. You can beat someone up you don't like, and then fight for a world title. Well,
yeah,
I know YouTube world title, because I
yeah,
think that's what will start becoming. That's what will start happening. They'll start
yeah,
having these YouTube world titles, which will raise more money. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And then what I hope is that these YouTubers and everything, with the money that they're making, hope to give it to communities and help communities grow. So
yeah,
wherever they do their work, hopefully help a school out, a football team, people, parents, a disabled place, a hospice. This is what they got to reach out to. That's what I hope this is gonna, because they're making so much money. You're not getting that side, from the pro side. I think that's where you get the YouTube syndicate thinking a different way, and people loving them even more. And I think that's where pro boxing have got to look and see what they can do for people in the community who are paid to subscribe for their events. They're paid,
mm,
so they've got to give something back. Now, the YouTubers, I feel that they do that. Some of
mm,
their people, they do that already, But what we got to show within our sport, that we're doing that for our sport, and doing, we do the nice thing where we help one or two people when we can get it on tech, but we want to help communities. We want to help communities because there's not so good things happening within our communities, and I think the sport is a wonderful tool to make things, and develop things all around. So that's what I really would like to see, all that money that them people are making in boxing, you know, give it into communities, make communities better, and you know what? They will make their sports even better, because you'd have more people subscribing, you know, you'd have more people going to the boxing shows. I'm telling you, they've got to reach out more to the community. They've got to bring them in. Sometimes what they're doing now with the Ben Shalom,
mm.
he's going out into the community and he's giving tickets, to the amateur clubs and to the.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah,
brilliant
yeah,
idea, which is
yeah,
a brilliant idea. This is what I'm
mm,
trying to say, and this is
mm.
what they. So some of these kids in the community would never have a chance to go and see pro boxing
Yeah,
because they
yeah,
can't
yeah,
afford it. Would never be
yeah.
able to afford it. But
Hmm.
but for what they're doing, Sky Sports, and going out there into these communities and giving out the share of them tickets to certain clubs, communities, centers. This is when you're going to get the next growth of young people who will be interested in this sport. Because at the
Hmm.
moment, their interest is in being a YouTuber. YouTube is the best thing going out there.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
my son told me about KSI, whatever his name. I never even knew about the fella. My
Yeah.
boy said, I said, what does he do? He says he just plays games, Dad. I said, what?
Yeah.
And this was my kid who was young. He was only, I think, 8, 9 at the time,
Hmm.
you know? He was telling me about. I'll never ever forget it. It's their dad. He's got a Ferrari. He's got a song about the Ferrari he drives. I said,
Mm-hmm.
really? So yeah, he was dead. So these young people, they've got them from a young age.
Mm-hmm.
From a young age, they get these kids, and these kids grow with them, and they support them. They grow with them to a certain age. So now,
Yep.
just think that what it's doing. If they into the sports like that, they're gonna grow with them. And I think what we do in our sport, we grow with a boxer, and if that boxer gives up, we forget about it, didn't we? We forget about the sport because
Mm,
we don't have the reaction with anything anymore,
mm,
So that's where we've got to capture and have a reaction to you know what people are doing in the community. And I think the YouTubers have caught up on that because you've got YouTubers who do pranks, you've got YouTubers who do this, and you've got YouTubers who go and box. You got
mm,
YouTubers who follow this. You got YouTubers who do business. You got models. You've got they've got everything there.
mm.
We've got to sell ourselves a little bit more, meaning that our side of it, having them face-offs, having them controversial. Yeah, let's have it. Let's do it. And not dropping your bum and not not having it. And not having the what the public want to see. You've got to deliver. I think we've got to deliver in our sport to make it even better and popular. I think people like that, are doing that, and I think what I'm waiting for is BT, start doing things like that, and I think they have because they did it with the UFC. I had a load of tickets I took to the youth club and the club and the boxing clubs, and some of the kids in the areas who never be able to go to a UFC fight, they went and they
Yeah, you
loved it
see?
at the Copper Box.
Yeah,
It was fantastic, but I would love to see more of that. With I'm talking about, this was like BT. I was probably doing that or another, I don't know who it was, but I knew that the young lady who phoned me to offer me the tickets because she knows the work I do, with young people. So it was
was her name
brilliant.
Was her name Carol?
No, it wasn't. But
Oh.
yeah, no, it wasn't.
Yeah. But that's what I was trying to say to you. The growth of UFC with Conor McGregor, it was all there. But you see, when Mayweather beat him, people had to think again. It's like, hold on a minute, this boxing thing, this guy beat McGregor. McGregor was there, but the way they built the UFC with Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor, but they've all been knocked off. John Jones is the only one left. But with the boxing stars, yeah, as these guys, what I'm trying to say to you is that they've made young guys go back into the gyms. You know what I'm trying to say? So you can't knock. I'm not gonna knock what KSI and them lot are doing because them lot are keeping the young because they have a young crowd, right? Their young
Yeah,
crowd are going to the boxing fight. So if that and then and from that they're gonna, well, I like this. This is what I like. Who else fights out there? So when you see a little Bentley who's put the hard graft and then coming through, you want like that. Remember, a lot of them guys mix with actual boxers themselves. They don't just mix among
yes,
themselves. So I think personally, this is all a good thing. But for someone like Bentley to get a title shot, and he looked to me, he's doing things the right way, and
he's earned it. He's earned it. The
yeah,
wins and the
yeah,
hard work.
yeah.
He's
I
earned
think
it. And believe me,
this is a good look, and I
it's
really
it's
hope,
a good look. It's a good look to boxing. It
yeah,
is, and if they write a film or do a book about, I'm telling you,
yeah.
it will inspire other young people to do and not give up.
Well, if he wins the middleweight title, you know what I mean? It's like, brother, mate, he's got like Charlo brothers, he's got a lot of things out there. But if he goes out there and stops this wise young back, it's like, brother, just put the world in shock. Because you know what I mean? He'll just write his name because it'd be one thing like Nigel Benn did the Doug Do It, and also what Lloyd Hannigan did to Donald Curry, but not
Donald
maybe
Curry.
not as high profile, but just a shock in a guy from the UK that's
Yes.
come along and that. But Bentley's on it. He's on it because I think the way he's performed in the last couple of fights, I think that's the only thing can get him up. I mean, he must be bubbling, man. He must be bubbling
Bubbling
to
his pride. Oh,
yeah,
everyone's proud of him. I'm
yeah,
telling you, it was fantastic going
yeah.
to that
But
and
yeah,
seeing
he was yeah, 'cause he was at
his
Lionel. Yeah,
supporters.
yeah, I saw you with a picture with Lionel when he got his belt, the British belt.
Yeah,
So the way he
yeah,
won it, man, it was hard. That was
yeah.
remember
But
he's
you
come off,
know, but
he's come off
and
a
then
loss.
he
Yeah,
had then he had the fight again. At York,
yeah,
and he did it again. So it
yeah,
was it was terrific,
yeah,
brilliant
yeah,
to
yeah.
see.
Yeah, 100%. So me and Tony look forward to see what I mean. November the 12th. I mean, it's just around the corner, really. I mean, she ain't got a couple of weeks to prepare, so we'll keep you updated and this and that. But that's a title fight on BT Sports that me and Tony see we cover. If anything, Tony's probably gonna be there actually. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
I'd have to do your stuff
live.
from Vegas.
Yeah. Okay, Tony, can you give us live updates? Well, just let you know, he's upset him. He's did it, EJ. He's did it. We told you so. And you know the funny thing is the betting odds. Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna put a couple of coins down on Bentley. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put a couple of
Yeah,
coins down him and on him springing. I don't think no one in America they actually think he's gonna win, but I feel because of the way he's come on, I think he's perfectly come
he's
on
got a
perfectly.
chance, hasn't he? Definitely
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
chance.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's not now. I mean, we're debating about the strategy, but either way he does it, he can bang, and he's gonna be in a fight. I mean, to take Bentley out. I mean, look, the stuff with Felix Chash, he's come through that. He's bounced back from that situation, so he's not going to be deterred by Zhanibek. Like Zhanibek, yeah, he's going to be surprised that when he's hitting Bentley, and Bentley can take what he's taking and give it back. That's going to shock him. He's like, what? He's going to take your best and give it right back to you. That's the fight right there. His defensive is pretty good, so that's what I'm expecting. Like you said, he can slip, slide. He's got good upper body movement. The defense is Bentley, so yeah, mate. I'm expecting a great fight, man. He always looks vulnerable when he's in there, but listen, he's
he
action
gives
packed.
everything. He gives everything, doesn't he? He
Yeah,
gives everything. That's why he's not
yeah,
one of those who just wants to rely on one thing. He's just if he has to go for it, he go for it. If he's gonna get knocked out trying, do you know what I mean? Doing something.
yeah,
You don't want to get knocked out and not do anything. You go out there and if you have to get beat the best way you can. You know what I mean?
yeah. 100%. All right, Tony, we're gonna call it a night. Nice cat. Thanks for sticking around, Tony, because we run a light one, but it was like a breaking news and that. I mean, it came out a couple of hours ago, so I'm glad Tony's jumped on the line and came on that, and we've give our take. And we wish all the best for Denzel
All the
Bentley
best.
to
All
bring
the
back
best.
the championship back to England.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it
Yeah,
there to do so, and
yeah,
he's got everybody in South London, you know,
yeah.
praying and jumping for him.
Yeah, 100%, mate. This story's not ended yet. I mean, if he come back with that back championship, I mean, just winning it. I mean, boy, that's everything, man.
Wow, we'll be
It-
partying. We'll be partying all year.
oh, mate, I'll be there, man. I'll be there, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it'd be so. I feel like that's a beautiful come around. But that's boxing. 1 minute you're down and you're back up, and now you're getting a world title shot. You must be thinking, bloody hell, mate. Just the other day, I was depressed about Felix Chash. I just lost my title. I got my British title back. I've defended it, and now I'm getting a world title shot. This is it, man. This is everything, So he's gonna grab it with both hands. I'm telling you. So we wish him all the best. And that nice one, Tony, for coming
Take care.
over. Yeah, mate. Like, take care, Tony.
Bye-bye.
Nice one. Bye bye. So that was Tony Cisse coming over, giving his take. I mean, he's down in the Peacock himself, so he knows what's going on. So, yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to this fight. And like Tony said, man, we wish Denzel Bentley all the best. I'm EJ Boxing Live. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the thumbs up, helps with the visibility of the show. Leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll be back on another one. Take care, guys. Peace.